From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
That's it. We're going to work. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! Let's go one more. 11.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. We had an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Check, boys. Joker.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Higgins. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. Mostert. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Here we go.
A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
Check nickel. Check 13. Kill.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Bengals' 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Check pass. Flag. My spot 4. It's just me and you. Hey,
Garoppolo. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Leroy Reynolds. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, third and goal now from the 12.
Here we go. 11. 54 Mike. Check.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You got them backed up, and you let them out.
And take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Back to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
15 line. Oh, here we go. All right. Check 99.
They'll look to throw here. He gets this one to Boyd. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
He's crashing.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, 49ers nothing.
Ready? 10-2 start. Got one. Begin. Who draw quarters? Yes. Shoot.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Yo, shit. Switch. Shit. Go. Motion. Get it.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
59. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Ready?
Got a man open. It's Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
It's just me and you. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. That one good for 24 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Whoosh. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Niners' 5-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Hey, Haywood! You don't want it. Mike spot 4. General West.
2nd and 5. Steps away to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
64.
Here's Mixon. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
80 weapons.
They run for it with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullet good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
Here we go.
I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Mostert. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go.
try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Here we go.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Check 24. Check 24. Shift. Watch the shift.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's brought down after a very nice game. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Safety's creeping.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
San Francisco.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 54. Mike, 54. 21. We got to get to the ball.
Garoppolo again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nick.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to pour it on. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
49ers 3.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Brings up second and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep Putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A quick throw now complete to Ross.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back. Sponge. No.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Two-jet bomber. Check hot route. Hot.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Check. Lucky. Hey, Alpha. Mike, check. 59.
Back to throw here. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Bullock. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 35 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Next to score, Bengals 49, 49ers 3. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
11.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo, he's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Give him 28 yards on that one. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's a run with Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Another try for Mixon, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here we go.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Get some penetration here.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.